Hello, this is Buffy Hamilton, School Librarian at Creekview High School. Welcome to Video 5 in a series designed especially for Mrs. Frost's 9th Honors Literature Composition students on how to cite specific resources in Gale Literature Resource Center. This video is produced by the Unquiet Library. Let's take a look at our next information source. This particular resource is from the journal American Drama. So let's take a look at how we would cite this journal article in Gale LRC in our NoodleTools Citation Manager. To begin, let's toggle over to NoodleTools, and for citation type, we will need to select Online Database and then click on Create Citation. Once we do that, we're going to be prompted to answer some questions about this resource. On the next screen, once it generates, we're going to tell NoodleTools if this is content that was designed to be only exclusively on the database, it's never been in print or another publication medium, or is it the reproduction of a print of work produced elsewhere. And in this case, this is going to be a journal. One clue that you can look at, or actually two clues you can look at to distinguish journals from reference books. One, you'll notice there's a volume and issue number separated by a period. The second way you can distinguish the difference between the reference book and the journal article is that the journal article will have a very specific publication date by season or month. It's not going to be just year. So we can be sure that yes, we are dealing with a journal. As you toggle back and forth, should your screen or your text crunch, as mine just did, hit the Control plus or Control minus symbol to restore your page without losing your data. Do not use the browser windows or press F5 to move about or navigate within NoodleTools. Otherwise, you may lose your data. Let's go ahead and now select journals, since we know that's the information medium we're working with from this for this particular information source in Gale LRC. And at this next screen, yes, we are sure that we mean a journal, so don't change anything, just press next. On the next screen, was the work originally in print, and if so, tell us a little bit about it. We're going to go with the default choice, that it was retrieved from an online database. We obviously are not in JSTOR, but we are in Gale LRC. Specifically, we are citing a single article in this instance, and then we're going to press next. We're now ready to begin inputting basic information, and we're first going to be asked to identify the name of the journal. If you look to the right of our text clue source, you will see the name of the journal underlined and in italics to the right of the word source. In this case, the journal is called American Drama. You may type this in, or you may copy and paste in the text. Now we want to see if an author is identified. And again, Gale gives us a very easy text clue to guide our eyes. To the right of the text author, we're going to see the author's name, Bert Cardullo. And again, you can either type this or you can copy and paste it. And again, if you need to look back and make sure you have it right, then please be sure to do that. Make sure that you put the appropriate names in the correct boxes. And once you have verified the integrity of that information, press Add. Now we're going to need to identify the title of the article, which should be very easy to do. If we look to the right of the title, then we can go in and grab that title and paste it in. Now, for MLA style, we need to capitalize the first letter of each word. The primary exceptions would be conjunctions and prepositions. So we can go through. Notice that NoodleTools does provide us this help. If we're not sure what words should be capitalized, there is a pop-up menu that we can click on to see what we should and should not capitalize. And again, our coordinating conjunctions, articles, prepositions, and to when we are dealing with infinitives. So, we're not going to capitalize the word the, but we're going to go through and capitalize the primary words that we need to deal with here. Now, in this case, to is not an infinitive because it's not to plus a verb, but it is being used as a preposition. So you can still leave that to as a lowercase word. I'm going to capitalize my other major words very quickly. You will leave of capitalized here because it is referring to the title of a book. If we have a title within a title, then we can use the title tag to italicize the second title. Okay, so we can do that. And this will review with us how to go about doing that. Okay. If we do that, then we can go through and add the title tag. And to do that, you're going to need to use these indicators before and after the works to make sure that we do that correctly. So I'm going to take that and paste it right before of mice and men. And then if I go back to my help menu, and looks like I may have lost it for just a minute. Let me bring that back up. And again, it may take just a moment since I am working within an enlarged screen. Then I can go in, and from that help menu I can get that second help tablet. If your pop-ups fail to open, you can also right click on that link for the title tag, and hopefully if your browser is cooperating, then it should open in another tab where you can go and grab that. If all else fails and it freezes, you can always go back and edit that entry to get it to cooperate. And it looks like right now I am having some issues with freezing, so we'll come back and correct the title tag at a later date. However, if you look back at that help menu, the second tag goes after the conclusion of the title. Let's move on and see if we can identify the page numbers. And while we get the beginning page, we do not have a total number of pages for this source. So the way that we will treat that in NoodleTools is to put the beginning page number and follow that with a plus. We're going to see what the volume and issue numbers are of this work. If we look at the numbers that come before the publication date, you'll see two numbers divided by a period. The first number will always be the volume. The second number will be the issue. So in this case, 16.1 means volume 16, issue number 1. And now I can locate the publication date, winter 2007. And this is actually very easy to indicate in NoodleTools. Notice our drop-down menu gives us many possibilities for journal publications, so it makes it easy for us to choose the correct one. We are not worried about a series number for this source, and we're nearly finished with the citation. We do need the name of the database, and again, this is coming from Literature Resource Center, which you may copy and paste in, or if you begin typing it, you can choose that first option and it will pick up the correct link. And now we simply need to scroll to the bottom of our article, and we're going to look for the document URL. And I'm simply going to copy that shortcut, and I'm going to paste it back into NoodleTools. We will not change the date of access, and we are not doing annotations for this project. You may now go ahead and generate the citation since you've had one-on-one assistance. Remember that the check for errors is not check typing or spelling mistakes, but does check for possible issues with MLA style. Thank you again for watching our video tutorial number 5 on citing a journal from Gale LRC. If you need assistance, please see Ms. Hamilton or Ms. Johnson in the Unquiet Library.